remember that fateful night like it was yesterday. The moon hung low in the sky, casting an eerie glow on the deserted road ahead. I was on a solo night drive, hoping to clear my mind and escape the chaos of the city. Little did I know, my escape would soon become a nightmare. The road stretched out before me, a never-ending ribbon of asphalt that disappeared into the darkness. The only illumination came from my headlights, which barely seemed to penetrate the thick, suffocating fog that had settled in. The radio played static-filled tunes, adding to the eerie atmosphere that surrounded me. As I drove further into the abyss, a sense of unease settled in the pit of my stomach. I tried to shake it off, attributing it to my overactive imagination. But then I saw her, a young woman, drenched in blood, standing by the side of the road. Her long, matted hair clung to her face, obscuring her features. Panic surged through me, but I couldn't leave her there. I slowed down and rolled down the window. "Are you okay?" I called out, my voice trembling. She turned slowly, her eyes devoid of any emotion. In a low, haunting whisper, she replied, "Help me." Without thinking, I unlocked the car and gestured for her to get in. She climbed into the back seat, leaving a trail of blood on the upholstery. The smell of iron filled the car, making me gag. I tried to ignore it as I asked, "What happened to you?" She didn't answer, instead staring out the window with a vacant expression. I felt a shiver crawl up my spine as I continued to drive through the fog, the sense of unease intensifying with each passing moment. Suddenly, she let out a guttural, otherworldly scream that sent a shockwave of terror through me. I slammed on the brakes, heart pounding in my chest. When I turned to look at her, she was gone. The back seat was empty, devoid of any trace of the blood-soaked woman. I stumbled out of the car, trembling and disoriented. The fog seemed to close in around me, suffocating and impenetrable. I was alone in the darkness with no sign of the woman, or any explanation for what had just transpired. I got back in my car and sped away from that cursed stretch of road, vowing never to return. To this day, I can't shake the feeling that something malevolent lurked in the fog that night, something that wanted to drag me into the darkness with it. And I'm haunted by the chilling memory of that blood-soaked woman and her piercing, inhuman scream.